trying to suck up to your ass or anybody else here. I mean, this is what you've done is unique. And anyway, I've done this. I'm not going to belabor the point because I've said it before, but you really should look into this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's nowhere to look. I mean, people have to finance that kind of stuff and blah blah blah. And the people who are going to finance that kind of stuff aren't terribly interested. Um, because I'm not commercial. But yeah, the Howard Stern thing, I was going to do that, and I didn't, and I really should do that. I mean, it's Howard Stern, like, he gives people a shot, right? He has, like, some kind of, like, he owns the whole fucking satellite network or something. Anyway, so, but, see, I don't think he'd like me, because, I'd be ragging on Howard Stern. I mean, I'd point out what a fucking asshole he is. Yeah, I don't get the whole podcast thing. I mean, well, why are podcasts all that great? I mean, I guess I just don't get. I mean, I understand like MP3 files, and I understand listening to things, but I just don't get the casting part. I mean, why would you need it cast to you? Why don't you just get the file and put it on your iPod or whatever and play it whenever you want?
Well, that's the whole pod in podcasts is iPod. That's what they were made for, where to be downloaded onto iPods.
I mean, I'm putting web MP3 files on the website, so I am podcasting technically.
Yeah, I like those. They download in like a second. It takes too long for Blip to load.
Yeah, well, even the FLVs, those little, those compressed videos aren't too bad. I mean, they load on my website pretty quick, and they're not that terrible a video. I mean, yeah, they're fuzzy, but they're not that bad.
I mean, Gary, I could just imagine, driving home in the 4 to 5 hour, and Gary from Mendham is somebody's blocking me out. Gary from Mendham is coming on, and fuck yeah, man. I mean, that's what people are hungry for. They're hungry for the truth, and all they're getting is falsity and grotesque falsity from AM radio. AM radio is a big zero. I mean, if you were to come on, man, I think people would come to you in droves. I think you'd have 1 million plus overnight audience. That's just my naive estimation.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of naive. So at least you described it correctly. Well, look, I'm on YouTube, an audience of people who are pretty antisocial, generally speaking, pretty obnoxious, and even in that audience, I'm pretty thoroughly rejected. So, I mean, I just don't know if I buy this argument that mainstream audience is ready for me. But whatever, who knows? I mean, I would be controversial, and I would, there would be, real talk on talk radio. I mean, they wouldn't be talking just shit all the time. They wouldn't be getting away with all the crap they get away with. So, I mean, that would be good to have somebody who actually had a voice who was calling all these assholes on their bullshit.
You could totally fucking do that, man. Like, fuck YouTube. YouTube people have a hard time finding other YouTube people because there's so many of them. There's not that many people who have their fucking own radio station. That number is a lot less than the number of YouTube users, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not discounting some of that stuff, but I'm just saying, I mean, it's like I said, I should at least submit an application, like I said, to old Howard Stern or something, see if he'll put me on or something. Give me an hour somewhere.
Yeah, but fuck Howard Stern, man. I mean, you've got a crystallization of truth that nobody out there has. You're unique. I mean, fucking, I could just imagine people are driving, home in the 5 o'clock hour, and they're listening to Gary in Mendham, and they're going, "Fuck yeah, this is what I've felt my entire life. This guy is crystallizing the thoughts that I felt my entire life." And anyway.
Oh my god, how in love are you with Gary? That's so sad.
Oh, I know you just had to ask with your crappy microphone too. Yeah, well, okay, whatever. He's been drinking a little. So yeah, so okay, it's a little horny for my ass right now, but it's okay. You can get over that, can't you? But whatever. No, I mean, I appreciate it, but yeah, I guess you can't be too complimentary, 'cause people do whatever, you know how people are. Hey, the Pointless entered the room. Yay, we're talking about you. I'm up to $150, sort of. Not quite, but close enough. So, get to work, asshole. Then you have to send me a PayPal or something to send it to you, right? You got PayPal or something, don't you? I don't have to write you a fucking check in, like, Spanish or something, do I? There must be a way to pay you. Yeah, you're a businessman. There must be a way to pay you. Skype. Yeah, I haven't even opened my Skype in a year. Yeah.
Seems to me there's two types of people in this room. There's the people that want to lay you on the Freudian and Jungian couch and say, "What's wrong with Gary? Let's psychoanalyze Gary." And there's the people that get it, that get what you're trying to say, and are trying to push you into the forefront. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know who was supposed to go ahead, but well, yeah. Look, the problem, the thing is that yeah, I am a flawed person. I do come from a flawed perspective. So I mean, somebody can authority in that, and they can play that game. What's up, DNA guy? Your mic is open.
Okay.
And they could do that, but the point is, they still can't make the argument, so you can't counter-argue what I'm basically saying. I mean, there's no argument for it so far. I mean, they're just not going to be able to make an argument and say, okay, no, your analysis is wrong. I mean, that's the part we haven't gotten yet, anyway. I haven't seen anything like that yet. Ah, yes you have. I like that. Yes you have. Where? Where did I see it? Where was that? Oh, that's right. Remy made a video about Marxism driving everybody off a cliff. Let's see. I can't even remember Remy's last video. Anyway, I did watch some of Matt's video. Oh man, what a waste of time letting these people go to school. I mean, just so silly. We die because we have sex to well, Matt, thou art that, Matt. It's just pitiful. It goes on forever and ever with this everything's a metaphor, everything's a narrative, everything's a story, everything's some way to get out of the reality of how we got here. Yeah, well, Math Fails is still around, still making incomprehensible videos that I don't really understand, but yeah. Somebody ought to get him a job making videos. He does seem to have the editing thing down pretty good, and he can do little singy song stuff. And yeah, well, I mean, the discussion channel wasn't going to go anywhere anyway, because they did have this focus on being phantasmagorical. You know, I mean, so once they went through it, you know, twice, and you know, you just knew it wasn't. There's nothing to go. There's nowhere to go with that stuff except, you know, somewhere silly.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to turn this into the Gary Mutual Admiration Society, but man, the videos that you did this past week, man, they were fucking awesome, fucking awesome. And the reason I didn't respond is there was nothing to respond to. You did such a consummate job of, and I'm not trying to get, you know, kicked out of the room or whatever. Once somebody else said about 60 minutes ago. I mean, those were awesome videos, man. I watched a number of them twice. They were excellent. So, just wanted you to know that.
Yeah, well, that's probably the last time you should do that, because it's starting to look like you're just playing a game. And so, enough of that already. No point in doing commercials in my Stickam room. I mean, you know, it's, yeah.
No, it wasn't a game, man. I made a video and I responded to you today. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I commented on it, so I guess I saw it. Yeah, that's right. You comment on when you see something sometimes. But anyway. Yeah, it was very good. You read the newspaper. I talked about your lighting problem. I'm just saying I don't know whether you've been drinking or what you've been doing, but you're just kind of talking a little bit like a crazy fuck. That's all. So maybe you should just tone down turn the crazy knob down a little.
Okay.
Yeah, but you made a good video. Like I said, I was talking about you before you know you got in the room even. Well, when you got in the room anyway. But whatever. You know, yeah, you know, whatever. But just whatever. Enough of whatever. Enough of it. All right, next.
Okay, I'll put myself out there for the next person to be decapitated in the room. Have you seen?
Hey Gary,
Richard
look,
Krause's,
that's me.
Have you seen Richard
See, I'm the
Krause's?
Mayan Emperor's son.
Okay. Have you seen Richard Krause's response to Richard Dawkins' video called, I don't remember what it was, but it was about the universe from nothing. If you go on YouTube and you type in "universe from nothing," Richard Krause, you can find it. It's an amazing video. I'm just wondering if you saw that, Gary.
No, I mean I don't get lost in much of that stuff. I mean, maybe some days I should get into some of that part of physics. But see, I mean, there's a real problem with the universe thing. You know what I mean? It's like light. Okay, I mean, light is energy, and what's the theory? That the light that all these stars are creating is somehow bouncing off the end of the universe and is going to come back somehow. I mean, where's it going? So, I mean, there is a problem, you know, with the idea of the universe ever, you know, doing whatever it did the first time. But yeah, whatever the theories are. I mean, there's all kinds of nutty theories out there. But part of me just says, who cares? I mean, this is not the part we have to understand. We have to understand the biological evolution. Understanding the evolution of the universe is really beyond anything we can control. I mean, it has nothing to do with our psychology.